Evening, everyone. Thanks all who've tuned in. Joining us tonight, Tier 3 at Mexico, where we have a sprint race, so we're running short quali. Comms tonight, it's myself, Claire Mull, and I'm joined by Kieran.
Yeah, I think it's like the second week out of the last three that I'm here. Um, feeling like starting to feel a little bit like old times, but not gonna go back to that. But yeah, when I did it with Dan, enjoyed it. Besides from when he called me Clay, so as
Yeah,
long as you
well,
don't call me Dan today, then we're good.
me and Dan, we've got a good relationship, so he missed me not
Y-
being here.
Yeah, he did. I enjoyed doing it with him, but you could tell he wasn't having the same sort of vibe and bouncing off of me as much as he does with you. So,
As long as he's swearing, it's fine.
so we'll try and keep it professional today, yeah?
Try, yeah. I've got Hound first car out on track, so we'll stick on board with him for his outlap.
Yeah.
What are your
I
views
don't
on the track?
personally love Sector 2, hate Sector 1, and the stadium section is the worst section of any track built globally that has an FAA grade A license.
I don't mind the stadium section. It's the S's for me.
It's
Friday
that
night was
hairpin
awful.
that just doesn't fit the rest of the flow of the track.
Friday night was awful for me. The first right hander of the S's lost it there twice.
Yeah, as I've got the stream up on my phone, Wab has already said he's going to die twice tonight. So that's an interesting one.
Yeah, that's sprint and feature.
Yeah,
Hound invalidated his outlap, but hopefully it's not invalidated his next lap. We'll see as he crosses the line.
it depends on where he invalidated it. I can guarantee it was through the S's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all good.
Right. Knowing Steve has probably got hung up on this straight because he knows everyone else is going to be running low rear wing. If he tops out at over 210,
I didn't see the speed.
it was 208. So anyone pushing like 210 to 11 is running like below like 17 rear wing.
Yeah, it's one of them tracks of compromise again. A lot of them are, but I think for here you're better off playing it safe. To be honest, having the rear wing for the S's because should I have changed driver? The amount of time that you can actually lose through them S's is unbelievable.
Like this is gonna sound weird for anybody, like especially as it's coming from me, but through the S's, my way of going through them is I kind of like you drive yourself, so in real life, I kind of wrap my foot around my accelerator pedal. Like so then I've got a little bit of my foot leaning against it each way that it goes, and then as soon as I'm on the exit, it's flat.
Yeah,
It's
from my years of driving, lad, you don't do that in real life. That's weird as fuck.
I can imagine, but it's just my way of doing it, and it works. Steve
Just
actually goes in with a 18.2.
18.2, yeah. Just want to point out as well, Nerf Pack. You might see the name change there, CDR Nerf Pack. He has joined us this week as the newest member of our admin team.
Thoroughly deserved.
Just on
Like,
board with Scotty then, as he made a mess of the S's and went through the little polystyrene boards. Dave's
Bab's not going
invalidated.
to be happy about that, not having a braking marker to look at.
It
I
wasn't a
know that's
braking marker,
painful.
it was the... do you know the ones where they...
Advertisement board.
No, the ones where they tell you the arrows where you're supposed to go round for the runoff. So you don't gain an advantage sort of thing.
Oh, you mean the one that everybody just completely ignores anyway and just goes straight back onto the
Yeah,
track?
straight through them. It's not
The thing
important.
is, around here, like the minimum amount of fuel you can go out with is 3.5 laps. So theoretically, you can get 2 flying laps in if you bail out of your first one
Yeah, I think if you
and
abandon it
recharge
early enough.
early. like you will run out of fuel as you hit turn 1 on your 4th lap, but realistically, like and doing the fuel burner lap is not worth the excess tyre wear, because sector 1 is stop start, beginning of sector 2 is then the middle part of sector 2 it's flat out, pretty much flicking it from side to side. Like one thing I hope that the new game brings is when you're spectating you can actually see tyre wear.
Yeah, we should be able to flip through, see the stats, see like fuel it, etc. But I think that'd make it a bit too easy, you know, for anyone who were watching the stream. They'd know exactly what everyone were doing, and.
But it's one of those things that you have in real life. It comes up with an estimated tyre life of the drivers. Like it will come up with saying like they're 14 laps old and they've used like 59% of their tyre life.
Scotty 18 flat on his second lap there, putting himself up to P7, game full 79. I will say as well, Teabag, ooh, he almost blows into the back of, I don't know if that's Venom or Hound as they were coming into the pits. Venom. Yeah. Teabag's found masses of pace in the dry, to be honest, since he's come back in.
I don't think he's found masses of pace. I just think the couple of weeks he took away, just as a refresher,
bit of a reset,
has just helped. Like,
yeah, he was always one that we always said he was. Oh, that's a massive lap from Kane Lowry, a 16.9, almost 6/10 clear of P2.
Yeah, like we always knew Teabag was quick, but it's just his consistency that's letting down. Saki's retired in the pits.
I'd say it's more his. He does seem to get involved in accidents. Not his fault, like, you know. He just seems to get tied up in little incidents. But when it comes to a wet race, he dominates. You know, he pulls away and that's it. There's no catching him. He didn't quite have that in the dry, unless it was a particular track like Portimao. He just dominated from start to finish. So
yeah,
seeing him more consistently now at other tracks is miles back.
But I know for a fact that on this game, Teabag has done over 1,000 laps at Portimao.
Has he? Right. Wow.
But whether or not I can say he's done the same sort of practice for everywhere else.
Yeah. Oh,
there's a difference between. Yeah, there's a difference between practicing the tracks that you're good at compared to the tracks that you're bad at. It goes back to very, very similar to a very famous Shetley quote. You can practice 1,000 times a kick that you're good at, you won't get any better. Practice 1,000 times a kick you're bad at, you see a major difference.
Yeah, I get that.
So, practicing on the tracks that he otherwise would have suffered at, it just goes to show that maybe he could be a championship contender, given that he practices as much on those tracks. As Matey Boy's just purpled sector 1.
Yeah, he hasn't set a lap yet, so that might just be for him. You know, his personal best. I'm just on with Wab now. He's coming round the final corner. Almost lost the rear end there. Sideways round that final corner.
That's a 19.4.
Yeah. Oh, his mate is invalidated at the S's as well.
It's one of, like, those S's, you've got to ride the curbs as much as you dare.
Hound's out. He's lost it at the S's.
I'm trying to see who's coming up to him.
It's Bark.
Yeah.
He looks like he's lost it on the left-hander. Where?
Yeah, the curb that just kicks you out and makes you eat the barrier on the inside.
Yeah. Osso as well, up to P2. 17.4 from Osso.
So, the Battle of the Flying Fins, is it? Osso and Kane Lowry?
Osso's Dutch.
Oh. Okay.
But he is the championship leader at the moment.
Yeah.
He's leading Gameful by 7 points.
So the sprint races and the additional points that come with this season, big difference in the championship with what, 3 of them this season?
I'm going to take your word for it.
Yeah, especially as the season's now been cut short, so...
Yeah, just on with Bark, he is marginally improving through Sector 1. Oh, Jackie, 16-6. And Bark's invalidated. Wow, what a lap from Jackie.
Yeah, 3 sprint races. So we've had Great Britain today, Mexico, and then Abu Dhabi is the season finale. Like, not gonna lie, I would have preferred Imola as a sprint over Mexico, but they've just been pushed to like tracks where we normally wouldn't do that sort of thing, haven't they?
Oh, Scott is invalidated as well through the S's. If I'm honest, I don't like either track, Imola or Mexico. So, yeah, don't bother me.
Yep, Scott. I feel Scott's just trying to overdrive that car.
Chris as well, though, a 117.3, putting himself ahead of his teammate and championship leader, though. Chris has shown some massive pace this season. I know last week he didn't enjoy it, got involved in quite a lot on track. He showed some good laps early in quali, and then his final run, I made a comment about it, him not quite hooking a lap up in the last run in Q3, and it turns out I think his missus came in and started talking to him, so that cost him time. And then the race went downhill really from there.
We've all been there.
Yeah, we have. That's why Friday nights I sit on my own in the front room. No distractions.
Except for Bruce maybe snoring on your lap.
No, he doesn't even spend time with me. That's it, I'm on my own. So with Scotty again now through the S's. He's no DRS and he's invalidated again.
I think he tried to go again without using another set of tyres.
Yeah.
Because this will be his 3rd and final set.
I think it might only be in 2nd. I think he did 2 laps.
No, I mean in like the set he's about to bolt on. I think it'll be his 3rd and final set.
Ah, right, yeah. He's into the pits now. Just on with Gameful, who's about to start a hot lap. Is Lutman had invalidated, hasn't he? Is he? Yeah, he's on a hot lap. We'll jump on board with Lutman.
Yeah, Lutman. Good to actually see back in his seat, just for the record.
Yeah, he's having a really good season. He's actually gone sort of under the radar a little bit. He's sat 3rd in the championship at the moment.
One of my most improved of the season so far.
Yeah, brilliant. Once he's hooked it up, King Lowry. Wow, 16.5.
Right, obviously, once we get to the business end of the season, that's when it starts to be discussed. But
yeah, he's definitely had a very good season. But a few drivers have, like, seeing Osso back up there, which we've not seen since season 1, season 2.
Yeah, since his first season with us anyway. Luckman is currently a 10th up on his time, which is looking at putting him in and around Gameful. But if he can put this final sector up.
Yeah, I was going to say Gameful as well. 2nd in the championship. I know last season, while he was driving for Alpine, obviously I was in the team, and he had a horrid start to the beginning of the season. Lutman there, 17.7, goes up to P7. Yeah. Gameful, 17 flat.
Yeah, apparently, also did some TT today, and noticed that Kane Lowry has a 15.9 around here.
Wow. Must be a track he's a fan of then.
Yeah, and is Kane Lowry one of these that uses no assists?
No assists at all. Yeah, he's one of the brave few that we have.
So he's probably spent a couple of seasons getting used to it, and now that he's in his comfort zone, he's feeling himself, he's like, finding that bit of pace that he lost.
Oh, he needs to calm down feeling himself. He needs to focus on driving.
I was gonna say he's in his bag, but not everybody would understand that that phrase. So
That's a teabag. Did an outlap and he's come straight back into the pits.
might have just had just scobbed a set.
Oh, he might have started. He might have started a hot lap. Maybe made a mistake.
Yep, Dave is on a lap. Dave is not enjoying that first sector whatsoever. I've seen more commitment through that than. Well, I'm not even going to finish that because there's no nice way to put that. It was the least committed I've ever seen anyone through the first sector of Mexico, but still new to the game, still learning.
Improving week on week though.
Absolutely.
When he's reserved in tier 2, I know Silverstone, we had a wet sprint race there, and I actually managed to battle him for a few laps, and his pace wasn't bad at all.
He's up almost a second.
Yeah, brilliant improvement there. So he must have made a mistake through the S's, or
Yep.
you know, maybe not as confident through them, but he's pushed it this lap. See what he manages now across the line.
I think we're going to see him until about the 18.6s.
18.6. He puts himself P13.
That was brilliant timing.
As Dan's asked whether for the sprint and feature, Wab said we've got a wet, dry sprint and a dry race. So this is going to be interesting.
369, 12, 17, 7 are his final standings. Oh, the positions that he's finished in.
Yeah, Drivers' Championship. So his first season was his best, finishing 3rd in the championship.
I like how he gradually got worse, like in 3s. And then what happened in your 4th season or so, you somehow managed to lose 5 positions in the drivers' standings.
We've had some weird seasons here, to be honest, though.
Yeah, we have. Like
5-way battles for the championship, like going into the last race of the season. So
Matey Boy has resigned himself to starting P17.
Yeah, Wab's retired as well. Saki.
Kane Lowry's opted to go out again.
Jump on with.
Oh, Jackie's a second up through sector 1. No, it's just come up again. Just half a tenth up. Sorry. And that half a tenth is roundabout what he is off. So. Oh, King Lockman's retired. Is that a pit? Like in retirement? Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the pits.
So Jackie has got to find something through the S's.
See what he manages here. Again, around half a tenth. Ross is into the pits and retired.
Yeah.
Got Bark just coming into the pits as well, so he'll be done.
So everybody's making way for the lead.
Jackie 16.4. Wow.
Kane Lowry up on his time through sector 1.
Can he respond? That is the question.
He's run deep at turn 6, I think. The double right-hander.
We've got that game full going into the pits.
So,
yep. Who's just crossed the line? Was that Chris? Up to 4th?
Kane Lowry's down the 10th, almost 2 tenths, so he's got to absolutely send it through this stadium section.
Also taking the line as well, will be starting P7, so championship leader also P7, his rival Gameful in P5, and Kane doesn't improve, so Jackie will take pole position for the sprint.
Absolutely. Right, at least on the upside, Steve may get through a Mexico race without throwing his wheel at his wall.
Yeah, fingers crossed. But yeah, basically just a battle between the two there. Jackie Kane Lowry, just a 10th separating them, then half a second gap down to Ross in P3. Ross, if I'm honest, didn't even pick him up during in that session there, so brilliant lap time from Ross. putting himself up to P3. Gameful second in the championship, P5. Also, your current leader down in P7, almost a second off the pace of Kane Lowry and Jackie, sorry. Matey Boy, unfortunately, not able to get a time in.
And that's because he's just admitted on the stream comments that he's been smoking something that he shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah, we'll not acknowledge that. I'll be back in just a second before we start the sprint race.
Shut up, Steve. Yeah, also, you're right, it was the first season on this game. Off. Alright, guys, that's it. All of you are banned. Yeah, Gameful Autos. Thank you, Dan. Informing us that Gameful has a 10-second penalty for the feature. Yep, everybody's just on the medium. It's only 12 laps instead of quali. So hopefully we see some decent racing, everybody on the same tyre, just settle difference.
I am back. Just a quick check. Tyres, everyone's starting on the mediums for the sprint.
Just on that recap.
Apologies. Dan's just pointed out as well. Gameful has a 10-second penalty for the feature race.
I feel like there's an echo.
Alright, I'm catching up.
Yeah. So that 10 seconds is going to impact Gameful massively.
Yeah,
especially
but the main thing for him is that, you know, he's ahead of Osso here in the sprint. So if he can make maybe a couple of positions for the feature to start a bit further up. We know he's done well here in mixed conditions previously. I remember, I think it was season 4. He almost got his first race win. I think he decided to stay out on dry tyres when everyone pitted for the wets, if I remember right. I might be wrong. I might have got it the wrong way around, but he so close to the win. I think he lost it in the final sector.
Who's going to fail to line up? Seems like everybody's doing it relatively smoothly so far.
Yeah, the off-board camera's not looking brilliant. I'm looking at an advertising board. Saki's overshot his marks. And Matey Boy.
Steve is also carrying significant penalties into this race.
But here we go. The lights are on. And away we go. Jackie looks like he's got a good start there. Kane Lowry an even better one, and Ross as well. No slouch there off the line.
3 wide into turn 1 as it stands.
Kane Lowry taking that lead.
Jackie has been swamped into turn 1. He's down to P7.
Yeah, bit of contact there with the Mercedes of Scotty. But he's got through it unscathed, no damage. Oh, Scotty's just spun as well.
Scott did the same thing to me on Friday night, but this time. Oh, there's also Steve's also off in the background.
Yeah, Gameful's done exactly what he needed to do. He's up to P3, so he has made progress there off the start. But this is the first time now through the S's, so let's see what we've got set up wise.
Yep, who's going to get what penalties? Like track limit penalties here too.
Yeah, it is a big one for penalties, but it looks like we've got a bit of a gap forming behind Jackie now. Jackie's in 6 on the back of this battle for the lead. And then he's got a 3-second gap down to Bark behind him.
Chris is the only one, Chris and Nerfpack, Chris is the only one to maintain his position throughout the first lap. Everybody else has either gained or lost positions.
Yeah, P4 though, still not a bad spot. No, we've got a T-Bag at the back there as well, yellow flag popping up in sector 3.
I think he lost it out
Back
of the S's.
into the pits.
That'll be a front wing.
As Gameful's looking a bit racy there, trying to challenge Ross. They are pulling a bit of a gap away to Chris as well.
Gameful's already on 33% ERS.
As full send, Dave picks up a 3-second penalty.
But it's just overtaken Scott in the process.
I think Scott spun again. Turn 3. Same corner as last lap.
Last lap it was a banging of wheel to side pod. Gameful
3-second penalty. Oh, that's massive. That's massive because that will put him behind Osso for the start of the feature where he's already got carrying a 10-second penalty. Be interesting to see what he does now, whether he tries pushing it more.
Yeah, bearing in mind they're not going to have DRS now until the end of the S's this lap because of where the detection zone is.
Yeah, Kate Lowry fastest lap, so he is just extending his lead at the front, keeping Ross is keeping pace with him, to be honest, within 8 tenths.
Yeah. Ross is another one that, on his day, race winner.
Yeah, definitely. With the same in Tier 2, you know, if things went his way a little bit more, he could have had some really good results in Tier 2.
Absolutely.
Very, very good driver as well. I've raced wheel to wheel with Ross a lot over the seasons.
Yeah, I like Ross to go wheel to wheel with. Not really much of an issue with him. Minus when he squeezed me into the wall at Abu Dhabi, but...
you deserve that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gameful's extending his gap now. He's pulled another 6 tenths to Chris, so Chris just falling off the back of the pace of the front 3 at the moment.
No, Chris is harvesting ERS. Chris is not using it as much as the lead trio. Chris is still on 60-something percent ERS. The lead trio are all under 30.
He is, but that gap's at 2 seconds now. I don't think he's pulling that back, if I'm honest.
But if these three start to squabble with each other, that gap drops, and it drops quickly.
As Gameful's making a move on Ross. He's got it done before the braking zone of turn 1, down to about 20% ERS, so he is rinsing that a lot. He's trying to make positions. Jackie's battling Osso as well here.
Yep, Nerfpack is actually up into P7, and what looks like, I was going to say it looks like a very lonely race. Ahead of him it is, but he's got Lockman and Venom behind.
Yeah, Lockman making up a couple of positions as well, starting P10 up to P8 at the moment.
And then Wad in that Williams is on the back of that little trio. Saki is also on the back of that little trio. It's soon to become, is it a quintet for 5?
Something like that. Yeah. We'll just call it a 5-way.
Yeah.
Oh, Jackie making it past Osso there into sector 3. Osso looking at fighting back into the hairpin there in the stadium section, but thought better of it. He's going to hopefully try and get a move.
I would have rather waited until turn 1.
Yeah, well, that's what I think Osso's waiting for. He sort of had a look at the inside of the hairpin and then backed out.
I think he wait for the run to turn 1.
Lutman's made it past Nerf Pack as well.
Yeah, but Nerf Pack is coming straight back at him because he's got DRS.
Yeah, Lutman's used all his ERS as well. He was down to about 6% then. Nerf Pack's got that move back. He's got that position back, sorry. And he's still got the DRS now on this second straight.
Yeah, because it's a dual detection zone, which I hate about this place.
Yeah, it is frustrating.
There's a few tracks with a dual detection zone, and I hate it. There's here, Albert Park, and Nerf Surround.
Oh, Nerf Spun.
And Albert and Canada, Montreal.
Yeah, it is frustrating. Nerf sensibly just staying out of the way there. Ross is out.
Ross is gone.
Ross has lost it in the S's. And it's a full safety car. That will not help Gameful. And Jackie's got a penalty as well now. I missed that pop up. Jackie's got 3 seconds for track limits.
Yep. So this helps Kane Lap. Chris has actually managed to get up past Jackie.
He already was, I think. Yeah, Jackie was battling also just behind Chris. But yeah, that 3-second penalty for Gameful and Jackie is going to cost them. 6 laps to go. Oh, Bart picking up a drive-through.
Bark is the unluckiest person I've ever met when it comes to drive-throughs under the safety car.
Lutman's into the pits.
Broken.
What's he? He's gone for a set of softs. No wing damage. He has just decided to put a set of softs on and go for it. Brave.
Could be. It could actually be a master stroke, but then he won't have a set of softs for the race in case he needs them.
Matey boy, I think he's just put another set of mediums on.
That's gonna waste a set of mediums for the race.
Yeah, that's not a good decision. But the pack are now forming up under the safety car. You got a bit
sprint
of a
race safety car should ideally only be out for a lap or 2, because nobody's really that far away from. Well, T-Bag's a minute down on Kane Lowry. Like, Kane Lowry is in the S, his T-Bag isn't even at the apex of turn 1.
Yeah, but that's it. They've picked the safety car up now, so that will come down massively.
And Bart's drive-through is gonna kill his sprint.
Yeah. The only positive for Bark is that he's only losing 1 position there to T-Bag. Obviously, with Ross crashing out.
Yeah. And bearing in mind that there's no points available for P15 or 16 for the sprint, is there? So
no, that's it.
Just
top 5 positions. We do, don't we?
I believe so.
So that's it for Gameful with that 3-second penalty. If Osso can stay within that 3 seconds and jump him and Jackie.
Well, if him and Venom can stay within the 3 seconds, then both Jackie and Gameful are dropping out the points for the sprint.
Have I drank too much? Is Nerf Pack on the inters? Is he got? No. He is. He's on the inters.
I was gonna say no. You've not drunk too much because I'm seeing the same thing.
Is it? T-Bag's on the inters. Is it starting to rain?
Yeah, it did say wet.
Yeah,
rain in the sprint,
they've took a gamble. They've took a gamble pitting early. This could be interesting.
Oh, yeah, as you look at the stadium section behind the safety car, it is dark.
It is. It has got cloudy. Have they pulled a blinder here? Because if we've got 1 more lap on the safety car, it might be too wet.
Do you want to do Danism?
I can't do it. I can't. I'm unable to move the mic close to my mouth.
I think Dan takes his headset off, puts it in his mouth, and then says it. Like, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're on your brain.
I was going to mention before, actually, where Matey Boy commented saying he was stoned. I was going to say it's a good job he wasn't in the Alpha Tauri with Dan, otherwise he'd have been stoned to death. The dictator that it is.
Dan.
And we have got the safety car for another lap, so it will be interesting to see if this rain comes down now on this lap. Wab's into the pits.
Dan does
Dave's
actually
into
put
the
the
pits.
headset into his mouth to do it.
Hound's into the pits.
Oh yeah, rain.
Yeah, a lot of them are pitting now.
Nerf back up into P10.
Yeah, back into P10. Teabag's going to jump a lot of these as well. So Teabag from the back of the grid is now 11th.
Steve has somehow managed to be the biggest loser out of all of that.
I just think bold thinking from Nerfpack and Teabag there. You know, they've took a bit of a gamble.
Yeah, even like you've got basically half the grid on inters and the other half on slips. So the other half must think there's still enough grip out there.
Well, that's it. There's only 4 laps left. Have they left it too late now? Will they be thinking just to crack on? It depends how wet it gets, how quick it gets wet. The field's fairly closed up, so I'd probably expect to see the safety car in this lap. I'm just looking. Lookman might be all right on the softs, but everyone ahead of him on the mediums, I think, are going to struggle.
Yeah. Like, I haven't seen DRS disabled yet. Does that come out during the safety car?
Oh, the Hound, 3-second penalty. And the safety car is in this lap. So, Kane Lowry back in the back
that drive through to serve. So Steve will move up there. And then Matey on the inters could actually end up inside the top 10 here. This is very interesting.
Yeah, I want to see how it plays out for Nerfpack, to be honest. Nerfpack and Teabag, the two making that decision early, a lap before everyone else. Oh, Teabag's got a 5-second penalty for a collision with Nerfpack.
Oh, we've got cars peeling into the pits.
Gameful's pulled into the pits. Saki's in. Lookman's in. Kane Lowry's gone. So your top 6 staying out on the mediums.
I'm just going to ride on board with Nerf and see how this pans out. Like, does he have the grip compared to everybody else? Yeah, half, like, 3 attempts through. Actually, no, he's losing time. It's not wet enough for inters.
Yeah, it's still looking a bit too dry at the moment. Let's see what it's like through the S's though. Sector S's and Sector 3.
Yeah,
I think that's where he'll make the most time up.
Saki with a time penalty.
But yeah, also staying out in 4th.
Oh,
Gameful's down.
With a time penalty.
Gameful's down in 14th. Oh, there we go. We've got a car off. That's Scotty.
Scott. And that spinning back onto the track is just not anybody's fault. Like, to me, that he lost it through the S's in wet conditions. And
but Nerfpack's losing time still. He's lost another second through Sector 2.
Yeah, that didn't help the fact that he had Scott spin off ahead of him.
Jackie's in. Jackie's into the pits.
Yep. There we go. It must be getting too wet.
But it doesn't... Time-wise, it's not. Nerf's still losing time.
Unless
there's no DRS. Obviously, I know we've only just had the safety car come in a lap ago, but...
Yeah, if anything, we're going to get it next lap. So...
Stingray saying Osso's gambling again. Let's go, Osso. But yeah, Nerf, he's just pulled 2 temps back in.
And
let's keep an eye on it. With 2.5 seconds.
And also both running deep into braking zones. They're struggling here. Oh, Chris, and also side by side into the S's.
Nerf's pulled over half a second in here.
Yep, also time penalty. He doesn't have any grip. Only doing 120 through the beginning of the S's. Like, they've got nothing.
Yeah, Nerf had pulled half a second in. He's just lost 4 attempts, but the rain is getting heavier. But there's only 2 laps to go.
I think through the corners.
I think they'll gamble it, you know.
I think through the corners, the high-speed corners, he's got it, but along the straights, he hasn't got anything because
yeah. So across the line there, Nerf Pack's gap's 2.5 seconds. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, it is dropping though.
So it was 2.5 across the line. See what it is when he crosses sector 1 split.
Oh, as T-Bag goes up, he's inside. But T-Bag on inters, it's...
Yeah, this is T-Bag's jam. So...
But he is carrying that 5 seconds.
Yeah, but he's caught 3 temps. So he's brought 3 temps in through sector 1. See what he can manage through sector 2. There's Wab and Nerfer side by side there, battling behind them as well.
Yep.
And they've got Matey all over the back of them at the start of the S's. You don't want to be going too wide through the S's.
Well, we saw it Friday night in Tier 1, didn't we? 3 wide.
T-Bag's caught him by 1.4 seconds. He's not even finished through the S's yet.
Oh.
But them inters are definitely working.
Nerf Pack just might be running a dry setup for the...
If I'm honest, I'd say everyone's probably running a dry setup. But
T-Bag tends to run a setup that's good for both, like off the bat.
But he is all over the back of Venom now, T-Bag. So he's caught 2.5 seconds that lap, including the overtake on Nerf Pack.
Wab is penalty free and could see himself up into a podium position if he nails the final lap.
And that's it, the final lap. So Kane Lowry at the moment, he's not in a bad position. Oh, there we go. Venom's lost it, made contact there with T-Bag. Wab's up into P4.
Made that P3.
Yeah, Wab getting past Chris there as well. Unfortunate for T-Bag though, not sure what happened. I don't know if Venom and Chris maybe had to come in together. I saw them swapping positions. Yeah, I saw them swap positions and then all of a sudden you saw... T-Bag's just hit the back of Chris and spun him, and Chris has hit Matey Boy. Yeah, that looked a bit shit.
T-Bag has waited. Osso and Kane Lowry with the biggest... Like, Wab could actually end up finishing P2 on merit here. Actually, no, he could end up finishing... We could end up winning this.
Yeah, he's got a good run on Osso there in the stadium. He's going round the outside through that hairpin. He's got the inside line for the next corner. He's taking the inside into the final corner. And he has. Wab's taken P2 on track. Can he get a better run than Kane here? He has. Yeah, he has. He's got him.
Oh! And Lowry's just dropped it on the...
He crossed the line. He crossed the line first. Wow. Wab taking the win on the sprint.
And then T-Bag is just T-boned. Kane Lowry's stricken car. Nerf Pack on the podium.
Yeah, Nerf up in P3 on the sprint. Osso P4. So that's good for Osso. Obviously, Gameful down in P11. Not taking any points. Second in the championship. And starting down in P11 with a 10-second penalty. It's going to be an interesting race. It is supposed to be dry, so we'll see how it goes.
Like,
unfortunate for T-Bag up there battling, and you know, I've got to say, I think T-Bag would have been around where Wab was, if not ahead of Wab. Just unfortunate he got caught up in that. I know he did have penalties anyway, but
yeah, that driver of the day for the sprint is kind of self-explanatory. Last to first.
Yeah, brilliant drive there from Wab. Well done, lad. Yeah, Williams team boss is happy. Just keep it up for the feature. But no, a gamble there from Nerf Pack T-Bag a lap before, and it was working. If I'm honest, it was working a lot. It was working really well. Kane Lowry and Osso, obviously, it got to that point where it was too wet on the last 2 laps, but it was too late to pit. They couldn't do it.
They'd gone past that window of it being pittable. Like, they had to commit to it. Wab had a wet setup there. He committed to it.
For Christ's sake, Wab, what are you playing at?
So he said he was going to die twice tonight. So far you've done well to avoid dying once. So
I hope he's joking. He's not used the wet setup.
it's Wab. He doesn't have a sense of humour.
Yeah, he does. He does. He's a good lad. He's a good lad. Good lad. He's
He's a
Wab.
good Wab, is he?
I've drank too much.
He said rain scares him.
Well, I don't think you've got any fear in feature. It's supposed to be dry. Although
Yeah,
it does
except for
look a
it's
bit
Mexico.
cloudy.
Yeah, it's Mexico though. It scares everybody. But that was an exciting, like, final 6 corners.
Yeah, good end to... It was an alright race, to be fair. There's a few bits of shit driving. Couple of incidents. I think there were one early on, which didn't look great. And then at the end, obviously, it's hard in the rain. The no traction causes... the no grip causes an issue. A lot of the guys still on the slicks. I'll pop the tyres on, then I'll run for a smoke before.
So, Steve is carrying a 15-second penalty into this race.
Everyone's starting on the hards apart from Bark on the softs.
Well, no offence to Saki, but Saki starting on the hards was a given.
Oh, he always does. Kane Lowry's still running the hards from race 1 of the season. Right, I'll back in a second.
Ron Nerfpax gets himself disqualified from the formation lap. Matey also does. Who else are we going to see failed to line up properly? Saki maybe. Oh, Saki has managed to park his car.
As we're all forming up on the grid. And there we go. Everyone's lined up.
Yeah.
5 lights. And away we go. Kane Lowry looked like he got a better jump there than Wab. Nerf getting Kane Lowry as well on this run into turn 1. I want a different camera angle than this.
Yeah. Oh, that's 20 cars. Like, I'm seeing 5 wide in the midfield.
Wab's done well there, actually. He's kept ahead. And Nerf and Kane also all battling behind, so...
Nerf up into P2. Kane Lowry doing what he needs to.
We've got Venom and Dave down to the back of the grid.
Gainful's already up into P7. Oh, Jackie, teammates still be running into each other. Got a yellow flag somewhere.
I think that might have been Teabaggy. Or was it Scott? I was going to say Teabag's dropped further back.
But yeah, those hards might just not have fired up how we wanted them to.
Yeah, it's working well for Wab though. He's got over a second gap at the moment. Jackie's just dropped. Woodman's got Jackie.
I'm watching. Oh, I think Venom and Teabag came together. Because Venom's now down in P16 fighting with Dave.
They dropped to the back of the grid in Sector 1. Kane Lowry's just got past Nerf. It looked like Nerf giving the position, to be honest, but he's got 2 seconds now to Wab. Osso's making a move as well.
Oh, where did Osso come from?
Has Osso got Kane as well? He has. He's up to P2. Osso flying on that straight there, so I don't think Osso's got a rear wing.
That's what I meant. Where did he come from? I was on board with Nerf. So came Lowry go past, and all of a sudden you saw this Alfa Romeo appear to the right hand side.
Yeah, mate, he's all over the back of this as well. To be honest, we've got quite a big group here. It's very close, but Wab just pulling away at the front, to be honest. 2.4 seconds, and then everyone else, I think, is within DRS of each other.
So, correction on Steve's penalty. He's got 15 seconds and a 5-place grid penalty.
Ooh. Ooh.
So, basically, wherever Steve finishes, he's going to lose about 7 to 8 places.
Yeah, it depends on how many finish, to be honest. It could be, you know, he just sort of becomes one of the last of the finishers, but...
Yeah, absolutely. He could still pick up points just by the fact that he finishes the race.
Let's see what happens here with Osso on this straight. Is he pulling away? He is.
Yeah.
He's pulling away from... Oh, no, Kane's just pulling back in a bit.
In that thing.
He has used a lot of ERS. He's down to 30%. Kane's down on 80. Nerf's using a lot, sticking to the back of Kane. To be honest, he's down to 17%, so that will cost him.
This is where the Alpines could be smart. They're both on the same tyre. We know how awkward Nerf can be to overtake.
Yeah, he's not easy to overtake.
Because Nerf played the ultimate wingman here and bottleneck everybody for his teammate.
Hound and Scotty almost going too wide into the S's there. That
scary.
Yeah. I think my heart stopped for a little moment though. Hound running wide on the exit of the S's there, so I think he will have picked up a track limit warning there.
We're gonna get DRS along the start-finish straight. Oh, no, we're not. But we're gonna get. Yeah, we are. Kane Lowry on also.
And Kane Lowry as well, still 90% ERS, also has recharged that lap, but let's see what happens now.
Let's see what sort of speeds we hit.
Kane hitting 207, that's it. He's pulled up to the inside, Osso's hung it around, to be honest. He looked like he might have picked up a track limit there, taking a lot of curb on the inside of turn 2.
You can absolutely violate them. It's the quickest way through that couple of corners, but it's whether or not...
I think he'd have picked up a track limit for that, to be honest. He looked like he cut it a fair bit.
It's like, do you know the castle section at Baku, the quickest way through is to cut as much curb on the entrance as possible. It's just whether or not you're brave enough to unsettle the car that much.
But Wab's still pulling away as well now, 2.6, 2.5 second gap.
Wab is just looking very unbothered out there.
That's it. He's had a couple of unfortunate results, to be honest. I know he was very unfortunate last week in Miami. Ended up getting DNF'd. As Gameful and Chris are battling through the stadium section, Chris looks like he went for the switchback. Is he focusing on his run here now onto straight?
Matey Boy is also in Gainful's vision, so who has also got Nerf in his sights.
Yeah, Gameful. Oh, Kane Lowry's got Osso. Kane Lowry's got Osso. Kane Lowry up to P2. Scotty fighting back with Hound as well, taking that position back.
Saki's had. Oh,
and Ross is out.
Gone. That's in the stadium section by the looks of it.
No, it's turn one.
Turn 1. Did you crash at turn 1?
Must have been contact with another car. Has to have been. I don't understand how. And it's a full safety car, so all that hard work Wab's done, he's going to have to do again.
Yeah. Saki will be the next man along, so we might be able to see. Oh no, car's being cleared. Yeah.
These
So
Cordy's marshals, absolutely brilliant. Oh, Saki. Saki's picked up. Saki's out. I tell you what, I don't blame him for that.
I'm not laughing because of what happened. I'm just laughing because that is possibly, excuse my language, but one of the most bullshit DNFs I've ever witnessed.
The safety, as he's come to turn one, the safety car started turning, so he swerved to avoid it, spun and hit the wall, and he's out.
Yeah, just lost the rear on
is...
fresh mediums. Like, that's what I mean. Like, the safety car acted like the AI in my career. Like, they just turned in on him.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Saki though, to be honest.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is that I was on board for it as well.
So was I.
As Bark's just come into the pits. Is that a fresh set of hards he's just popped on? Bark obviously started on the softs, didn't he? So he's got rid of them now. He'll be looking to go to the end, to be honest. 30 laps, what'll it be? 27, 28 after safety car comes in?
Yeah. Stingray saying Mylander absolutely hated Saki.
Yeah, that wasn't pleasant.
No.
I think we'll have to summon Bert Mylander to the steward's office for that.
Yeah, like Saki, if you're watching along, bud, we are so sorry that you
feel your pain though.
Like, I feel sorry for Wab, the fact that he's got to rebuild this gap all over again. And the fact that he's got rocket ship also this close to him now. Also is now going to be full ERS, so he can deploy it. Right, who's actually stopped so far? Bark and Teabag. Teabag has stopped twice. I think what Teabag has done is put on a set of like mediums or something, scrubbed them, pitted for a set of hards to go to the end, well, towards the end. Yeah, and it's just Teabag we're waiting on to catch the back of the pack.
Yeah, Teabag started on the hard tyres, obviously got involved in an incident at the beginning, so I presume he came in for a wing change, put the mediums on, and then when the safety car came out he pitted for the hards again. Just hoping, obviously, to get as far into the race as he possibly can.
Yeah. I mean, Gainful's up into P6, carrying a 10-second penalty. One thing he does not want is a safety car in the final 6 laps. So if there's one in and around like lap 27, 28, Gainful's hopes of a decent position are all but gone.
Yeah, it will ruin him. Just having a... Oh, we can't really see fuel, can we, while safety car's out? I was just wondering how the lads are set up fuel-wise. Obviously, it's a track. Being with the S's and everything, quite easy to lose it. It is quite a high safety car track, if I'm honest. Do you reckon a lot of the guys have taken a risk?
Yes. I reckon Kane Lowry will have done. Also, more than likely. Actually, no.
Osso's a given. Osso's a given.
Yeah, Kane Lowry, no. Kane Lowry would have overruled. Here we go, safety car in. Nerf, I'd say so. I think Nerf wants his podium.
Wab's going to have to back up the pack a hell of a lot here because he's very close to that safety car.
He's backed it up.
He didn't back it up much.
And he's gone. He's gone early. He's pulled just over a 10th on Kane Lowry. Oh, that's a rocket ship Wab's got compared to Kane Lowry.
Oh, there's Nerfs going up the inside of Osso.
Beautiful driving from the pair of them so far. I'm riding on board from the back of Kane Lowry.
Yeah, brilliant driving there. Left just enough room. Yeah, side by side through turns 1, 2 and 3. Brilliant driving from the two of them. Gainful making it. I know we were battling Matey Boy. I don't know if he's made it past there, or was he already P5?
He's made it past him. Because he was up into P6 before the safety car. So yeah, he's made it past him. Also,
3-second penalty. Also doing also things. Oh, Lutman's he's dropping down the order. He's not out. He's not out. Apologies, but it is a VSC.
That's a front. Yeah, that's no front wing.
It's a VSC, and this is it. This is the slowest section of the track. We will see a drive-through pop up for someone here. It's horrible. I hate the way the Delta moves, but
yeah, somebody has pointed out the fact that if it finishes as is, Steve will at least finish with a point.
Yeah, that's true. And we are back racing. Track's green. Lutman's into the pits for a new wing. If I'm honest, all that's done's brought Kane Lowry in the pack behind closer to Wab.
Yeah, by a tenth or so.
He just got the gap to a second when the VSC came out, so he has lost a few tenths.
Yeah,
this is fuel lights on for Kane.
Yeah, this is the thing though. If
Wab
wants to win this now, he needs to just hold it together. Dave with a penalty. Because these safety cars are going to test his patience.
And that's it. He's now with Kane half a second behind him. The pressure's on more than he's had all race, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Is that us? Who was that? That's Gameful and Nerf Pack battling through the stadium section.
Yeah.
Nerf toughing it out. Gameful backing out. Sorry. But yeah, Nerf he's doing what he needs to do for Kane Lowry, to be honest. He's holding the pack up. He's got 2.2 seconds ahead of him. See if Gameful gets the move done down this straight.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got way more straight line speed.
Wab's using that jet fuel. Oh, that was weird. There was a bit of lag. It looked like Gameful just turned into Nerf Pack on the straight.
Yeah, I got the exact same thing. And it looked like he'd lost it on a straight.
Yeah. That was weird. But yeah, Wab as long as he can keep a bit of a gap, when he gets onto the straight, he just pulls away.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Osso and Kane are being more sensible with their ERS here.
But that's the thing, as the leader, you need to push.
Yeah.
I'm just watching the two Astons through the S's together. Is Steve gonna let his teammate go, or is he gonna battle him and hold him up?
Well, Venom's only reserving, so you know. I think if it were hindsight, he probably would let him go, but Gameful setting the fastest lap there, 120.4. So Gameful is closing in. He's pulled half a second on the lads ahead, and he's dropped Nerf Pack by 1.6 that lap.
Yeah, this move is done into turn 1, braking zone. Steve doesn't even fight it.
I'm just looking at the fuel. There's only the two of them with the fuel light on, Kane Lowry and Osso.
And the safety car we've had and the VSCs, like the safety car itself should have helped, but
Wab looked like he had a bit of a wobble there as well.
Just a little bit of one. He's lost a little bit of time, but
yeah, into turn 6, he just had a bit of a wobble through the S's now.
Kane it looks like he's on a recharge. Nope. Just spends that little bit of ERS to get slightly out of range.
Yeah,
the thing is, this
stadium now
section is so awkward to follow through. So it's easy to pull a gap out on the exit of it because the car behind is still trying to straighten up. But yeah, Kane Lowry's got this into turn 1.
Yeah, you'd expect to see. So Wab's not deploying, being sensible with it. No, Kane Lowry's got the DRS though, but still can't get the move done. So Wab must be running lower wings than Kane here.
For a wet setup, it's performing well.
Yeah, Wab fairly sensible there, not just deploying all his ERS on that straight. You know, he has saved some in case he does need to battle. I think he was open to Kane going ahead there and just using the DRS, to be honest, to recharge a few laps.
Yeah.
But that Williams is, yeah, that rocket fuel's working.
Jackie and Nerf is otherwise the closest battle on track.
Yeah, Kane's so close here now on the exit of the S's into the stadium section. Less than 2 tenths.
I think it's better about it though.
Yeah. I think he's cost himself a few tenths there, so he might have just cost himself a chance of making a move into turn 1, to be honest, unless he deploys all the way down the straight.
Well, we've got also in that rocket ship.
That's what Wab needs. Wab needs also to make a move on Kane. Is Wab deploying? No, still being sensible with it.
None of them are. None of the lead trio are.
Gameful's caught him as well, yeah, sorry. Apologies, jump in there.
Yeah. How does Gainful end up back in these positions?
He's just consistent.
I know he's got a hefty penalty coming his way, but it's Lockman with the fastest lap of the race. That is that due to a set of softs on that? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it does get to the point of where if you know that you're not going to really score decent points, the best thing you can do for your team is take one away from somebody else.
Yeah, I think it were with it losing the front wing and everything. He thought putting the softs on. Scott's out. Gone. He's lost it at the S's, and it is a full safety car. Right, 23 laps to go. See, everyone's on the hards. It's too early. But I wonder if Kane and Osso are into lean mode now, saving fuel a lot.
Absolutely. Gainful will be recharging his ERS. Wab will be grateful for the ERS recharge.
Stingray just pointing out there, Gainful pulled in 2 seconds in 2 laps.
Yeah.
Mate is in, Chris is into the pits. So, Matey putting the softs on.
He's going for like 4 or 5 laps on those. And then opting to pit around about the same time the hard runners will.
Maybe hoping there's another safety car or something. Teabag's got the softs on as well. Chris has got the mediums on. I wonder if Matey Boy's got the softs on because he used an extra set of mediums in the sprint.
Possibly.
So he didn't have a set of mediums to put on. We know Teabag did a couple of pits in that sprint as well.
We almost had a you versus Paranoid at France then. Coming out the pit lane with Teabag and Lockman.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
Bullshit 5-second penalty.
In fairness, I think I vouched for it to come off. Like.
It is what it is. It's the way it goes. That's racing.
Yeah.
Obviously, as a driver, I'm never going to view myself at fault.
Yeah.
You know, I could never do anything wrong as a driver. But it'll be interesting to see what happens now here. Like, obviously, Wab's done 1 safety car restart, and if I'm honest, I don't know whether the safety car in message came out late, but he wasn't able to build a big gap to the safety car. So, if it comes out, if that message comes out a bit earlier, be interesting to see how early he actually goes, or whether he saves it till that last corner. But yeah, everyone just building the RS here as well.
Yeah, it's one of those things that the ERS recharge under a safety car, sometimes it's an absolute godsend.
Yeah.
But when you've got more than the car behind and you've got a comfortable gap and you're not even pushing, that's when it really it gets under your skin a little bit, because you watch the stream back and the commentator will like flick to like P2 or wherever you are, and the car behind has got like 13% ERS as it comes out, and you've got 90 something, and before you know it they're on your gearbox going into turn one with a full battery again, and you're just like,
Yeah, well, that's it. Kane and also being very, you know, conservative with their ERS. Obviously, I know they had DRS that were helping them. And Wab, to be fair, was being sensible with his. You know, he wasn't really deploying to defend. He was only deploying when he absolutely had to. Safety car in this lap, right? The message has come out a lot earlier this time.
yeah, last time it came out like as they were entering the stadium.
Yeah. So Wab will back it up now. Slow down, Wab. Back it up more.
What constructor are you?
Williams. Is it not obvious? Come on, Wab. Come on, Wab.
So one of my constructor teammates is Owl, and the other one's P12.
And Wab's gone, and if I'm honest, he's not caught Kane Lowry sleeping there. Kane Lowry was
Not again, no.
wise to that.
But Gainful is caught also sleeping.
Is Gainful going for a move? No, he's not. He just tucks in behind. Oh, Kane Lowry having a snap of oversteer there on the exit of turn 3. Will also get... Oh, no. Gainful's going for Rosso. Ooh, the inside.
That's a tightening apex. You don't want that. Gainful. Oh, round the outside. No.
That's off track.
That's the line on that corner, though, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
physically
they just,
off the track.
They're causing themselves time, to be honest, against Kane Lowry and Wab at front. Oh, Osso's in the wall. He's lost his wing.
Stingray's going to have something to say about that.
And it's another full safety car. So just a comment that came in that we'd ignored was Dan saying safety car driver of the day. And we've got another safety car. I'll tell you what, you could probably get a set of softs to the end from here with safety cars.
No, safety car doesn't get driver of the day from what he did to Saki.
Yeah, that's fair. He's getting a 5-second penalty.
5 plays grid penalty.
Oh, Kane Lowry. Oh, Gainful's into the pits.
Yeah.
Gainful's
now
in. 19 laps to go. The thing for Gainful is the person he needs to beat is Osso. Osso losing his wing there, knowing he's going to have to have a wing replacement, kind of makes sense why he's pitted. Yeah, he's going to come out now on this.
Back up into P12 after changing his wing. So, oh no, he's dropped down.
Yeah, the other guys will come out of the pits ahead of him. But basically what I was going to say is he'll come out now on the same tyres as Osso, so he shouldn't really lose any pace to him.
Yeah. I can see us having another safety car at least. Because we've had, what, 6-7 laps of actual clean racing without safety cars?
More
about
than that.
9 at most.
8, 9, yeah. Dan saying either boxed as well, to be honest. I get what you're saying, it's just my concern is, would the mediums
with about a lap or two to go?
Yeah, would them mediums get 19 laps? Or would you just go, well, look, we've had a few safety cars already, we're probably going to get another?
Yeah, like everybody from P7 down has made at least one stop.
And this is another thing as well, is the later in the race it's getting, and with the safety cars, the grid's not spreading. So when it does come to pit for your leaders here, they are going to lose a number more positions you know, Gameful, Chris, Matey Boy, probably get undercuts on him here.
Yeah, like, this is gonna sound weird to say, but do you reckon Lockman, Matey and Dave are gonna know what their race in the championship is and not make life too difficult for Osso to come back through?
I'll tell you my opinion as a commentator is that I hope it's kept clean and, you know, they drive respectfully. My opinion as a racer is absolutely fuck him. I'm here to get positions myself.
You know what I mean, though. They know where their battle falls in the championship.
That doesn't cross your mind, mate. That doesn't cross your mind unless it's your teammate. You're thinking about winning this race, even if you're in that position. Anything can happen from here
because there's only 4 positions between the two of them.
Well, that's it. Lutman's third in the championship, so Lutman isn't going to let Osso past. He's got Gameful ahead of him, who's second in the championship. He's going to want him as well.
Actually, how close is it between Lockman and Gainful? Because this race could swing it in Lockman's direction.
I think Gameful's 8 behind Osso, and then I think it's about 16 points.
18 points.
18 points. And there we go, safety car in this lap, so Wab for the third
between
time.
Osso and Gameful. And then it's only 3 between Jackie and King Lockman. So Jackie could jump realistically into P3 here. But saying that, Chris, decent sprint race.
Yeah, Chris isn't a million miles away.
So could easily sniff P3 in the championship by the end of today.
And that's it as well. He's in 8th, he's pitted, he's done 4 laps on the mediums, and I think 2 of them laps have been under safety car anyway.
Gainful all lined up, teabag off the start.
Wab's gone. Nerf's got a good run on Kane Lowry here, but is he going to challenge him? He is. He's challenging him into turn 1. He's gone up the inside of Kane. Kane's trying to battle round the outside. Nerf's got the outside line of turn 2. And there you go. Wab's got that 1.5 second gap now. Just that little battle through the first couple of corners.
Played by your teammate. Like that's what you need. Well, actually, no, you don't need that from your teammate. If Nerf
Kane and Nerf are teammates, and yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You don't need that from your teammate. I thought they were Williams teammates. So all I saw was a blue dot, so I got confused.
Yeah, the blues are they're not clear enough, to be honest. But
Stingray said safety car restart practice for Wab. He's successful 3 out of 3 times.
Yeah, Jackie up the inside and Nerf into the stadium section now. So Jackie is looking to make some progress here as well.
But he also needs to pit.
Yeah, as do your top 6, definitely. They're on the tyres they started on.
Yep. This is where we're going to see a loss of grip start to come into it within the next lap or 2.
Well, that's it. They're going to be hoping to put a gap in on the guys behind who've already pitted. But they're not going to be able to, because the guys behind are going to be faster.
Also hasn't been able to make any inroads from P14. While Gainful's up to P8, Lockman's up into P10. So
yeah, not ideal for us. So he does have that 3-second penalty as well.
So he needs to stick within 7 seconds of
Lutman up to P9 past Chris. Oh, Chris and Lutman battling.
Yep. Again, 2 drivers that have come on leaps and bounds this season.
Yeah, massively. Chris did show some pace towards the end of last season, but I think Lutman and both of them, to be honest, the quality pace and everything this season's been brilliant.
Oh, we've got a yellow flag.
It's Dave. Dave's lost it. It's a full safety car.
What is this safety car on? Like, honestly,
Dave's
is this safety car on increased or something? because it should not be coming out for a wing. And there you go. Leaders have just made it their stops, and they're going to get 3 stops. But
Safety car's on reduced. It's on what it should be.
Should not be coming out for a wing change.
Yeah, and also, who now pitted under the last safety car, is ahead of Wab K. Lowry. Gainful stared out. 4 laps on his mediums, fair enough. Yeah. Is he going to try and push them to the end?
Also, still got the same amount of time on his tyres.
Yeah.
The one that is Bark on 15 laps on those hards is going to be the one to suffer.
Yeah, and then you got Chris. He's already done 7 laps on the mediums. I know a lot of them laps have been done under the safety car, but it's still extra wear.
Yeah, it's wear that you don't want. So I'd still say that Wab is in a good position to win this race.
I'm going to say I fucking hope so. I mean, sorry, we'll see how it goes. I just thought for a good, clean battle. If I'm honest, it's been... The safety car's ruined it, but the racing of what we've been on board with, from what I've seen, has been brilliant. You know, a lot of respect given, side-by-side driving through multiple corners. No
dives from like half a second back into turn 1.
No, because you don't race here anymore.
Right. The tag of me dive bombing people needs to be eradicated because I haven't done that in like 4 seasons.
Since we raced here. Since you raced here in Tier 3 last season.
No, even then, it was just a tag. Like, I just braked where I needed to. And everybody else braked earlier.
Alright. We'll leave it at that.
But the last time I actually went like full godsend mode on somebody, I think it was on Matt DG at Hungary in like season 3, where I was quite literally half a second back and just sent it off his inside into turn 1.
Yeah.
Move was made absolutely clean as day, like no contact.
Well, it will be because the other person will shit themselves.
No, Matt had run deep into the corner anyway. That's why I sent it, because the room was there on the inside.
It'd be interesting to see how penalties pan out in this as well.
Yeah, all these safety cars keeping this field bunched up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Osso's already got 3 seconds, and if I'm honest, it's a track where it's very easy to pick up bloody warnings. And that's it. You might have a couple of drivers like Gameful. Obviously, I've not been on board with him much, but he might already have a couple of warnings. He might be edging close to getting his first track limit penalty.
Yeah, we got safety car in.
And now Wab's passed the reins to Bark. Let Bark do the safety car restart.
But Bark is on 16 lap old hards, doing a safety car restart. So he's on the slower tyre, which is possibly coming towards the end of its shelf life. So if he guns it too early out the final corner, I can see him going round. But
and he's going, but Gameful's got a good run on him. Gameful looks like he might have this move done into turn 1.
Before the braking zone, yeah. As we get a nice view of Bert Mylander just parking the Mercedes. Oh no, it was a lot closer into turn 1 than I thought it would be.
Yeah, but that move's done now. Gameful will be looking to just try and pull a gap.
Yep, he's now got...
Lutman's going for Bark as well.
The Bark has got to get bullied.
And Chris is going up the inside of Bark.
3 wide into turn 4. Oh, somehow made it work. But that's Chris being forced out wide.
Yeah, Bark, and then Matey Boy were trying. Osso's now got past Matey Boy. Oh.
There's so many cars just here, there and everywhere that I'm not sure where to look.
Yeah, this is the soft son brains off moment, and everyone's like we've not got a single. Oh, matey, and also matey was off track. Then rejoined. I thought he was hitting Osso. They're still side by side. Osso's wide off track into the stadium. Matey's still fighting him.
Come on, lads, one of you give it up.
Osso off track again.
Yeah. And that's like allowing Wab to come through.
Yeah, that rocket fuel that Wab's got. Come on, lads. He's still. Wab's not deploying though. He's just sat behind.
That's because he's looking at this and going 3 wide into turn 1. Somebody's going round.
Oh, yep. There's contact. Barks dropping down the order. Matey dropped to position there as well.
That's a yellow flag. So what did I say?
Yeah, almost 3 wide into that section at turn 1. It's never going to end well.
No, and he picked his point to just dip out of that little scrap into turn 1, and then just picked up the pieces.
We've got yellow flag again. Bark. Yeah, he's down
Bark
to back
loses his wing. No, I think Bark's just out of tyre life.
I don't think it's tyre life, if I'm honest. I think maybe his tyres overheated from a spin.
Finally picked up a...
Oh, as the two Astons are side by side. Hounds overtook Venom from what appeared to be off the track. Yeah, he's backed out, letting back past.
Classy sportsmanship.
Jackie's got no front wing.
Where's Jackie?
Down in P11 at the moment. He's on his way into the pits. Gameful doing well, to be honest. Pulling that gap there at the beginning to Lutman.
Yep.
See what Osso and Wab can do, whether they can pull Chris back in. Because there's a 2.5 second gap there now with the battling.
This is the thing of where you put the championship battle aside for a minute and you use each other for DRS to just get closer. Like, you know, just use each other for the slingshot along each straight. Like, we've all done it with somebody that we're racing to gain time on the cars ahead.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I'm looking more at Chris and also obviously teammates. Will also close this gap up? Will Chris battle him hard or what? I'm not too sure. Also has got a time penalty anyway. Wab, if I'm honest, he's on fresher tyres than anyone ahead of him, so I think he's happy to just sit behind at the moment. If he is pulling that gap in, then sit there. What's the point in pushing too hard? There you go, Wab's fastest lap. Yeah.
DRS activated, and he's not deploying. So it looks like he's deploying in between corners to keep got past Matey. With an absolute filthy. Oh, overspeed into turn 1, and then Matey just couldn't get it slowed down enough. And almost went into the back of him, so...
But yeah, ERS checks for the guys at the front. 27% Gameful, 32% Luckman, 60% Chris, 33% also 70% Wab. So Wab's just happy sitting there, to be honest, at the moment. Obviously, he will be picking up DRS from Osso. Osso is closing in on Chris, so as I say, he's probably happy to sit there. Fresher tyres than the lads ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Why waste his tyre life trying to push to make the move when he can use the car ahead to recharge for a last couple of laps, like full-on assault on the podium?
But Gameful's doing everything he needs to do. He's got a 3.5 second gap to Luckman now.
Jackie's got picked up a time penalty.
Matey's into the pits.
Nerf Packers, yeah, that's Matey with a wing change.
Set of softs as well. 9 laps to go.
It's brave.
Venom's into the pits. It says they're fresh. Says 0 laps on them.
I've got, yeah. Oh, Wab is really on the back of also now.
This is the closest battle on track at the moment, is also on Wab.
Yeah, like, and you can just see Chris not even too far off into the distance.
Well, that's it. They've pulled probably, what, half a second in over the last lap or two.
And just in the very faint distance, you can see Gainful disappearing over the crest.
Yeah, Gainful got that gap now over 4.25 seconds. Hound picking up 2 time penalties
in the same lap.
Very quick succession. Very quick succession. He must have just completely cut the fucking S's though.
Absolutely. Here we go. Game on.
Wab gonna make a move. He is. He's up the inside of Osso. Into turn 1. And
positioned his car beautifully.
Yeah, he's not deployed too much either, so let's see. No. He's got the second batch of DRS now.
He's going to be on Chris's gearbox by the next detection zone. Well, at least within a second.
That's what I was wondering, whether this will help him get in that DRS zone for the next DRS zone. And he is at the moment. See if he can keep it.
Yep, he's there.
But that's he's got the S's to do yet. You know what? Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Detection zone is midway through it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. He is in there. Look like he got a bit of a bad exit through it.
S is catching people out left, right, and centre at the moment.
Yeah, time penalties. We saw towards the end of the sprint, time penalties popping up left, right, and centre, and it's starting to happen here now.
As your tyres go off, you don't have as much grip as you think. Is Wab going to make the same move on Chris into turn 1?
He's got a good run. He's almost got the move done before the DRS zone. Yeah, Wab's absolutely flying here now.
Wab is one of the few that understands that the ERS is to actually get you up to speed, not...
And Kane's got Osso. Kane's got Osso as well. So Kane Lowry back up to 5th.
This is going to be an interesting final couple of laps.
Do you know what? I've just remembered that Gainful's got time penalties. He's got a 10-second time penalty.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it going, Wab, you know, he may get Luckman, he may battle Luckman, but I don't think he's got enough to get Gainful.
Gainful is looking at P6. Give or take.
And Wab's almost in DRS of Luckman here as well. Yeah, he's lost a bit on the exit of the S's though.
If T-Bag can pull 3 seconds in, well, almost 4 seconds in the next 7 laps, then he's also got to. So Gainful might drop down to P7. And the thing is, so Steve is going to finish P14 regardless of how this. Oh,
Chris is into the pits. Picked up a 5-second penalty doing so.
In the process.
He didn't help out Osso there at all as well because he gave
Steve
DRS.
And Dave now. How's this going to fare? Plenty of room given.
Yeah, it should have the move done there.
Yeah,
no, Dave's sticking it around the outside.
Oh.
Bit of contact there on the exit. Turn 2. Looked like a good battle, but...
Yeah, I think Dave got a little bit... Well, he got on the brakes, then let him off to get back ahead.
Yeah.
And then just ran it a little bit too deep into the corner and...
I think he got a bit too eager with the battle there, but...
Yeah. A little bit of naivety in league racing, but again, he's learning.
It's one for the stewards, but Kane Lowry has caught Wab as well.
Yeah. But Wab is now on the back of Luckman, will have DRS.
He won't have DRS. He wasn't.
Was he not within the detection zone?
Not at the detection zone, no. He's caught him on this straight, but
Kane Lowry does. Round the outside he goes.
Wab battling him back there as well, hanging it round. Kane Lowry will have a second stint of DRS here.
Yeah, but it's the ARS percentage will also help massively here. Nice move. Actually, great move from when he teed it up from the final corner. It took him almost half a lap to get it done.
Yeah, it's, to be honest, they've lost a few tenths there to Lutman doing that little exchange.
That's another time penalty.
If I'm honest, that'll help Gameful. That'll help Gameful. That'll mean that Gameful will not drop below Osso. So Gameful will close the gap slightly.
By like a point.
Yeah, but obviously Osso scored points in the sprint, so...
Yeah. Steve has picked up another 3 seconds. Oh, Matey and Jackie. We've got what looks like an Aston round at the final couple of corners. It's Venom at turn 1, sorry. Does the very smart thing and just lets everybody roll past instead of re-entering. Jackie's... Oh, Steve's pitted. So Steve must have lost his wing somewhere.
Yeah, Kane Lowry all over the back of Lutman now.
Venom picks up a penalty, but yeah, Kane Lowry and Wab have sorted out between themselves.
To be fair, Wab was losing time to Kane, and then he pulled it all in sector 2.
Yeah, but Kane Lowry is now ahead, isn't he? So is this a recharge, like couple of laps for the assault on P2? Well, P2 on track. Jackie with another penalty, so it's another 6.
Kane, is he going for the move? He is. He's pulled to the inside.
I'm on board from Wab's POV.
Kane pulls across to the racing line in the braking zone. He got that move done. Oh, Lutman looked like he had a little bit of a wobble there. Lutman's been rinsing his ERS as well, down to 2-3%. Oh, he looked like he had another bit of a wobble. Wonder if them tyres are starting to go off.
Yeah. They've been on him for like 10-15 laps, haven't they?
It's saying 16 laps, yeah. I know a lot of them have been under safety car, but as I said before, it still puts wear on the tyres, even under the safety car.
Gainful's dropping too.
And this is it now, Lutman won't have DRS from Kane.
No, but Wab might have it on Lutman.
Yeah, but is Wab close enough? I don't think he is. I
think he just grabbed it through the stadium.
I mean, no, I know he's got DRS. I just mean to make a move into turn 1.
Half a second back. And he's not overly deployed, but he is closing.
He's gaining massively. Wow. Lutman out of ERS. But I think Wab braked early though. Let him have it back.
Yeah, just didn't want to risk a decent position. Is he going to try and go around the outside here? I think he's just trying to pressure him into a mistake.
Yeah, if I'm honest, no, I think he was just trying to keep it clean, to be honest, not trying to force something. He's been a bit cautious there, and it's cost him over a second to Kane Lowry, if I'm honest. He'll probably be thinking this lap now, Wab. Get it done.
100%. Kane Lowry is within 2.6. Oh, he's just picked up a penalty.
He's picked up a 3-second penalty. Come on, Wab.
I'm going for Lockman on this one. I hope Lockman actually.
No, Lockman. Look, he'll. Barring any.
Yeah, Wab's got it.
Barring any dramatics, Lockman will take a podium, and I think it's a well-deserved podium.
P2. Barring any dramatics, we have got the yellow flag in sector 2. That is a very slow-moving AlphaTauri.
Is that Jackie?
Yeah.
Lockman is battling Wab, but Wab will have DRS now down this straight. We'll also try and get past Lockman as well. Wab has deployed a lot of DRS to get that move done.
Also's P5 is almost solidified. He is 8 seconds ahead of T-Bag in P6. So
Wab needs to catch Kane by 1.4, 1.5 seconds. I don't think he's going to be able to do it, if I'm honest. Kane on a used set of tyres is another animal.
Yeah, it's 1. Yeah,
it's going up. The gap's going up. It's Kane on a set of used tyres is something else.
Yeah, it's 1.
I'm on about the gap from Kane to Wab.
2 seconds now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 seconds, so... Kane Lowry looking at taking a race win with Gainful's penalties applied at the end of the race. Gainful's done everything he can and looks like he's still going to snatch P6.
I think... Will he not take P5? Yeah, I think he'll keep...
yeah, P5, sorry.
Oh, sorry, P4. I think he'll still finish ahead of Osso with Osso's 6-second penalty. He will.
Yeah, he will. Sorry,
so Gainful will take P4. So it's still not a bad result at all for Gainful.
Absolutely not.
It's just them tyres... Oh, they're on the last lap anyway, so...
He's just got to make sure he doesn't overly push them through these S's.
I tell you what, another couple of laps, I think Kane would have had him on track anyway.
Yeah.
Fuel light is flashing for Osso.
But, yeah.
Gainful now comes through the final corner. The fireworks are going.
I hate that.
Yeah, it is a bit off-putting, but Gainful takes the win on track. Oh, Bark's retired. He's crashed out.
30 laps on those hards just to retire on the final lap.
Wab finishing P3, Lockman P4. That should be a podium. Obviously, Gainful carrying a penalty from the last race. Osso P5. T-Bag back up to P6. Not bad, to be honest, for T-Bag, though.
No.
Had a disaster in the sprint, and then the start of this race was a nightmare for him as well, but back up to P6. Nerf Pack P7, Chris P8, Dave P9. Good, brilliant result from Dave, that. Matey
Hold off, Matey boy, on a set of... Oh, we've lost Jackie.
Jackie's crashed in the stadium section.
No,
they were not coming together, I don't think.
No, they both just crashed at the final corner. I've just jumped on board.
Alright, you see, I saw Steve's car go past on the dots on the mini-map, and Jackie's car were already there. I didn't think they were coming together.
Unless Steve had crashed into his ghosted car that wasn't ghosted on his screen. As I jumped on board with Steve, he was very much in Jackie's side pod.
Oh, Jesus. That'll be one for the stewards, but as it's finished on track, Gainful taking the win. Obviously, we know he has a penalty carried on from his last race, but from 11th to P1. Kane Lowry starting second, finishing second.
I think for driver of the day, there's only one option here.
For me, it's King Lockman. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Glad we agree.
It's easier to agree than spend hours disputing it.
No, he had a brilliant drive there. Obviously, he pitting early, a bit of damage and everything, but dragging them tyres out as long as he needed to, and battling for
Yeah,
what will
remember
be a
to
podium.
bump across the sprint results and the race results as a whole.
Already have done, boss.
Okay. I'm just going off of what Dan would tell us to do.
I'm good at what I do. But yeah, Hound taking fastest lap there as well, but finishing outside the top 10, so won't get that extra point.
Yeah, and with that 15-second penalty and the 5-place grid penalty, unless he finished like P3, he was never taking the fastest lap point. But good to see him actually showing race pace to grab that fastest lap.
Yeah, I think he pitted for a set of softs when some of the others did, so
Yeah,
he wasn't the only one on softs, but managed to take that fastest lap
by like 2 tenths. So it wasn't even a fluke like lap. He just managed to hook up a slightly better lap than Jackie did. But yeah, that's us done for the evening.
Yeah, thanks everyone who's tuned in. Thanks everyone for commenting.
Yeah, I had plenty of comments. I'll be back at some point in the future. I don't know when. I don't know where. So I'll be around at some point.
When.
Shut up. You absolute melt. That's not the choice. That's not the one I wanted to use, but
the song just hit me. The song just hit me.
Yeah, that was the point.
Yeah, join us next week. We'll be at Imola Friday for Tier 1 and 2, and then here again Sunday 8 o'clock for Tier 3.
Where you don't have to listen to my annoying voice. So
yeah, where we get rid of Kieran. It'll be better next week.
Right. I'm gonna go.
Thanks all for tuning in. See you later.